So, apparently, we have men walking around with women on leashes, eating chicken wings out of dog bowls.
You know, I noticed a lot of you be in my mention like, oh my God, he's degrading women. Oh my God, you're terrible. You're disgusting. Guess what? You're not going to stop me. I'm going to keep doing it. Now I'm going to do it worse. He said, oh my God, he got girls on leashes. Yeah. Now I'm going to put them in a trash can. You're just going to make me go harder. I'm going to continue to live my life and do what it is that I got to do. And you can live your life. Because guess what? I don't give a f. I'm just going to go harder. I'm going to keep going. There's nothing you can do. Crying in my mentions won't stop me from living my life. There you go. There's another one. So you, I mean it. Now, if you took the same energy you put in me, comment on my shit, into your own craft, you'd be better at what you did. You probably have a little money in your pocket. So f you and have a good day. Shot.
So I was asked to give my perspective on this video, this horrific video. And as soon as I saw like the thumbnail for it, I saw the picture, I was like, oh, this is real. This is serious. Okay. So something told me to just watch the video on mute. Don't listen to what the guy was saying. Just watch the video. No sound. Hearing anything. And the way my body responded, it was very surprising to me. I didn't know what this guy was saying. But as I'm watching the video, my body was resonating with what he was saying. Even though I'm seeing him with this woman on this leash, and she's just like, she is in position. Like, she is tamed and trained. And my body was not resistant to whatever this guy was saying. Looking at the image was very it was almost like you're processing what you're looking at, because I've never seen that personally. I've never seen anything like that. But the second time I watched it with the sound on, and in listening to his message, I said, wow. As disturbing as this video is to a lot of people, what he says actually makes a lot of sense. Like, I couldn't even deny that. He made some very good points. And the points that he made are things that I've said about many different areas in this human experience, where people get emotionally distraught and have explosive reactions to the things that they see, but there's no deeper thought behind it. It's just an emotional response, because you're seeing something on the surface and it's triggering you, and most people don't really think before they react or respond. So you see something, it triggers you, and boom, you react. What he said was honest. And that's one of the things that I mentioned about the interview that I did with H.G. Tudor, the narcissist sociopath. Even though many people see him as a monster, that was one of the most amazing conversations I've ever had with a human, or a devil, whatever you want to call them, in my entire life. And it was about the straightforwardness. It was about the honesty. You know, he said, look, you know, this is what I do. This is who I am. This is what I am. This is how I do what I do to destroy people's minds, to gain fuel from them, all of that. And what this guy with the woman on the leash was saying, he said, I don't care what anybody thinks. I don't care what any of you all have to say, because none of you all are going to stop me. I actually had that same attitude, just, you know, in my area of life. I don't care what anybody thinks, or, you know, how they feel about who I am, what I do. I don't care, because I'm going to continue doing what I feel to do. And people look at that particular situation and they see an abuser and they see a victim. And what I've learned is that the abuser and the victim are just two sides of the same coin. If you're someone who is an abuser, then you're naturally going to find a victim. If you're someone who's a victim, you naturally have to have an abuser. That's just how it works. So, in understanding duality and looking at this abusive man and this victimized woman who's under his control, they're the perfect match from my perspective. The fact that that woman was in that position, is in that position, because I'm pretty sure she's still on a leash right now. The fact that she is on that frequency to be on a leash with him being her owner, or whatever that relationship is, she is vibrationally a match for him, and he is vibrationally a match for her. Now, it's many different things that could have happened to where he has turned out to be the type of man that he is, and she has turned out to be the type of woman that she is. And I've talked about this many times, you know, childhood conditioning. It could be that he was abused as a child. He could have been raised by a very dominating, aggressive male father, or just, he could have seen that in his childhood and was programmed by that, to where he's now, as a man, in that same way of operating, to where he feels that his position should be that of a man who has a woman on a leash and is feeding her chicken wings, you know, out of a dog bowl, you know. And for her, it could be that she was abused in childhood and saw that and took that on as programming, and now she's a woman who is naturally in position to be under a state of mind control. Because that, when you look at a situation like that, there is definitely a level of mind control and brainwashing that has taken place. Now, whether for her it started with the guy that has her on the leash, or if it started before him, either way, she's in that frequency to be in that position. Now, as humans, we have emotional responses. We feel, we naturally feel things. So it's understandable that many people are outraged by this guy, because, you know, they may feel that he's in the wrong. But is he really wrong? Does she need to be saved? You know, what is really going on? Is this a situation that we can see as just another type of agreement that between two people that we just simply don't resonate with, which is why we are bothered by it? Because that's the way I see it. This is just another type of agreement, another type of partnership. And the fact that it exists, the fact that we're seeing it, the fact that he is letting it be known, look, this is what I choose to do with my life. And while you all are worried about what I'm doing with my life, if you put that same time and energy on yourself, you might find yourself making some money, or, you know, making some progress. I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more with him. Now, just because I'm not having an emotional reaction and feeling sad for the situation, for the woman in the situation, or feeling angry at him, it doesn't mean that I'm an advocate for men putting women on leashes. It just means that I have my own way of doing things, and I have my own human morals and beliefs and values, but I accept that he has his. And I have no desire to get emotionally distraught over his life and her being in that position, because even if I was in a position to, let's say, talk to the woman and help her, I guess, you don't know the level of programming. You don't know the level of mind control and brainwashing that she's gone through. So it's a high chance that even if I was able to say something that may make her see differently, it's more of a struggle to try to save somebody else. And on top of that, if I feel that she needs to be saved, that's coming from my own ego. If that's a position that she's in, who am I to say that, oh, she's in a terrible position because I just simply don't resonate with that position, or I'm not on that frequency? I can't just say, oh my God, she needs to be saved. I don't think she does. If she's meant to get out of that situation, her life will organically move her out of that situation. And people, if there are people that are supposed to come in and help her, they will feel that and they will naturally be moved to help her. But for all of the people that are looking from a distance and naturally making the man the bad guy and making the woman a victim, or even saying that the woman is stupid for being in that position. Once again, you don't know how deep her mind is wrapped up in his control. But obviously it's pretty strong when we see what the circumstances are. So yeah, I can't really lose any focus or sleep over that situation and the many other situations that are shocking, because I know where we're at, as a collective, where we're at in our frequency as people. We are human beings that are here to experience the worst of the worst. And the worst of the worst is only based on the way that you see things. You can be in a position to where you see it as, that's just another thing that's happening on a frequency that I don't resonate with. Or you can call it, that's so terrible, that's the worst of the worst. It's all up to you and where you're at. But I definitely agree with the guy when he says that putting that energy and expression outwardly towards others could definitely be more beneficial if you put that towards yourself and what you have going on in life. Because like he said, nobody's going to stop him from what he's doing. Yeah, he may be out somewhere, if he has this woman on a leash, and he might have some people challenge him physically and try to harm him. But his personality and him being in that role, even a good butt whooping for him, I don't think that's going to just disconnect him from him feeling that that's who he's supposed to be. I think he would still, continue with doing what he does with women, and yeah, that's my take on it. As always, I promote being in your lane, being anchored into what you do as an individual, because that's where you can make the best impact, when you're in your role fully and you don't have your energy and emotions spread out into outside sources that are taking away from the energy and the creativity that is needed for you to do your best within your lane. So yeah, that's all I know, is that it's gonna come a point in time to where I'm just not shocked anymore by things that unexpectedly show up in my reality. I'm getting to that place, but this is Earth. It's what it is. So Thank you for tuning in and watching for your mind to shine. Until next time.